end.
Did you have to fly your body work guy in?
That's, yeah, routine, though, every week. Same thing.
Is he coming in extra?
No. Normal schedule.
Did you get a Whataburger?
I did. It was fantastic.
Baker, I heard that they ruled out Justin Fields, where it'll be Tyrod Taylor on Sunday. Just obviously, your first game came in relief, came against the Jets, against Todd. Just want to ask you about what you remember about playing with him your first year in Cleveland.
It's correctly pronounced Tyrod, but he doesn't correct people. No, he's awesome guy. Really good leader, veteran presence that was instrumental for me in the midst of a chaotic first year in Cleveland. That somebody I relied on a lot, so I have a ton of respect for him. Just the way he's able to command and operate. So obviously Justin presents different challenges, but Tyrod is able to, do his own thing. He's played a lot of ball, been everywhere, different systems. So yeah, that'll be a good matchup.
How gratifying is it, Baker, that you're 2-0, yet I'm sure you feel this offense has a lot of room to grow.
Ton of room to grow, and we haven't played closely or not even close to being good. It's just we've had some good plays here and there. Obviously, we started fast, which was the emphasis, but they made some adjustments, and we need to make the adjustments too mid-game. Scored when we needed to. Wins, we'll always take those, but yeah, offensively, we just need to be more consistent, and that's what we try and say is the standard around here. Is we got to be able to be explosive, score a lot of points, and consistency is the main thing.
When they don't make excuses, but with the reshuffling of the offensive line, how much of the playbook is left? Maybe percentage-wise, do you have to dial it back a lot just because of, the intricacies when you're dealing with these new offensive linemen in all different positions?
No, the playbook's fully open. Now when it comes to the game plan stuff, when you're taking your shots, different things like that, you got to know who's on the field for the defense and when you're trying to time this up. But yeah, by Sunday, whoever's out there, they'll be ready, and that's the big part about this offense. Next man up, throwing them in there and really getting them ready for it, and over-communicating like I've continued to talk to you guys about, and being on the same page, and go play ball from there.
You've played Aaron Glenn a few times over the years, now he's the head coach there in New York. What kind of makes his defense stand out, if anything, amongst others? And when you go play an Aaron Glenn defense, kind of what are the things that you're looking for?
Yeah, I think obviously Aaron being in Detroit, the way they're coached overall under Dan Campbell, and just that philosophy of complete unit, physical. They played really, really hard. And then their defensive coordinator, Steve Wilkes, somebody that I've been around in a couple different places. And, yeah, they just fly around. They do what they're supposed to do and do it at a high level.
What can you say about Josh Grizzard in his second game? Seems like he made a ton of adjustments in that game, and most of them worked pretty good. Yeah, and that's what good coordinators do. They're able to adjust on the fly and adapt. Obviously, when you lose guys mid-game, not ideal, but for him to be able to do that and keep us cool and call a great game, it's good for us. We just got to be able to execute it better.
There's a play that's been circulating a lot online. It was that moment in the game. You took a pretty hard hit, and it looked like you could have been seriously hurt, and you sprang right back up and just started jawing with CJ Gardner-Johnson. Just what's the mentality like in those moments for you?
We don't take any shit. That's about it.
You guys are on a run of 100-yard games rushing, and I know you didn't run it that well in Atlanta, but what those guys were able to do, to have a tandem of backs,
yeah.
It's easy to be selfish, but these two guys, what are you seeing from them, and what Rashad especially gave you in this last game?
They feed off each other. I think just, you think about the mentality in that room. Obviously, everybody wants the ball, but it's only one of them. So to be able for those guys to feed off each other, understand that they are going to get their opportunities whenever it comes and taking advantage of them, I think they both did that. Obviously, Rashad came in there and gave us a huge spark running the ball mid-game there. And then Bucky in the pass game as well, being able to extend some of those things. And, it still goes back to the O-line and tight ends and receivers blocking, being able to create some holes because there were some good lanes there for them. But then every once in a while, those guys make a lot of people miss and break tackles. So it's fun to watch them play off each other.
That attitude of we don't take anything, paraphrasing, how does that help you when you start a game and you're already, 0-7 when you have your first snap, or when you have to lead a 2-minute at the very end of the game? Like, how does that kind of help this team?
We're always in the fight. Anytime we step on the field, we expect to win. We expect to play well and do our job at a high level. So it's just the mentality.
Baker, it's been 2 weeks in a row now. The offense momentum really hasn't been on your side late in the game, but you found a way to win on that last drive. Just what does that say about this group?
Yeah, mentally tough group. Guys being on the same page in chaotic moments, being able to do the little details right in a 2-minute drill. That's good to see from the practice field to the game field, being able, guys, just to execute. And like I said, post game, sometimes it's simple plays and guys just doing above and beyond, like Bucky did on some of those checkdowns and putting us in a position to be able to score.
We were talking about Rashad. He scores the game winner, right? But then he also maybe saved the game for you guys by falling on that fumble. Can you just speak to that play and just his selfless team attitude?
I mean, you look at that play. He took a nasty shot on it, trying to dive for the ball. So obviously, huge play for us to be able to punt it. But yeah, it's guys laying their body on the line. That stuff screams off the tape. Guys notice that. It might go. It might not say anything, but you nod your head and be like, okay, that's the type of group we have. We're going to fight for each other and try and pick up each other when we're down.
You get a lot of love from the national media, Baker. I'm sure you're aware of it. You kind of laugh when you see that because a lot of these same people were ripping you to shreds.
Yeah, just like you, Ira. No,
how do you look at that?
Laugh it off. I mean, it's the way the NFL works. Love you when you're up. Love to push you down when you're not doing so good. So ride the wave, stay in the middle, go from there.
You went against a top corner in Stingley on Monday. Now you face another top corner in Sauce Gardner on Sunday. Just talk about the matchup that he presents this week.
Yeah. First of all, Stingley, great player. I think he even better in person because we didn't get to play him in 23. But, Sauce obviously has the size, has all the tools, measurables to be able to play corner, a guy that's going to match up. And we'll see how they do it. Normally, their top corners follow Mike. Obviously, we have Mech now too, so we'll see how they handle it. But a guy that's, when he's able to get his hands on you, it's tough to get off the line of scrimmage, and he's able to run in phase. Yeah, he's just a good overall corner.
And that guy Buka is currently, I believe, tied in the NFL with 3 touchdowns among receivers there with Romo Dunze and Ross St. Brown. I know when you guys watched him in camp, you were super high on him and his ability to prepare and his high hitting, but did you expect him to be this productive over 2 games with how he fits in the offense and just how well he's played as a rookie?
Yeah, expected him to play really well, just from the stuff he was putting on tape, the communication, just him being in his playbook and whatnot. But it's even better to see when it comes to life on the field, when under the lights, when the spot will never be too bright for him. So it's fun to see him just thrive and do his job continually.
Baker, there was a moment the cameras kind of caught you there in the middle of the fourth quarter where you had like your eyes closed for 7-8 seconds or so, and you kind of snapped into it. What's going through your mind in those moments? Are those just like centering yourself? Is that like a way to like manage pain during the game, or what's going through your mind in those moments?
Yeah, prayer and managing pain. Taking some time to collect my thoughts and go from there.
Take us through the 4th and 10 play, Baker. What was the call and what was going on?
Trying to get a matchup for Mike, getting him an opportunity to, obviously on a 4th down, trying to feed your guys and give them a chance. Obviously, they brought a little pressure, and then the guy in man coverage on the back's an add-on to the pressure, so we don't have that picked up. They're bringing one more than we have, and so as I'm going through my read, stepping up in the pocket, and he's there, so just trying to break a tackle, and then obviously the green grass was there, so taking advantage of it.
You talked about the national pundits, they love to praise you when you're up, and then they just, kick you when you're down. How do you kind of maintain your sanity when all that's happening?
As the old wise ball coach Nick Saban says, it's rat poison.
Baker, you've had a lot of offensive coordinators personally in 3 years, 3 different ones here. What is it about this group, though, that the standard hasn't changed? In other words, you can draw it up all you want to, but at the end of the day, you guys kind of maintain that.
I think that goes from before I was even here. The level of play, what's expected of this offense, and from the guys that were here from the Super Bowl run, just the culture they had set in is it doesn't matter who's in there. We're supposed to go out there and execute. And so when you have great leadership, and when I stepped in here, it's been the same. So you obviously have new faces, new turnover every year, but when your veterans, your leaders that have been here their whole career are setting the standard each day, guys have to live up to that.
Okay, thank you.